Imagine backing up a garbage truck to the edge of an active volcano. You pull a lever and watch as your trash tumbles over the side, vanishing into a swirling lake of molten lava. No landfills, no ocean pollution, just instant fiery incineration. Sounds perfect, right? But what if we took that idea further? What if we decided to throw all the world's trash into a volcano? How much garbage are we even talking about? Could any volcano on Earth actually handle it? And what would doing so really do to our planet? This is Hypothetics, and here's what would happen. First, let's get a handle on the sheer scale of our problem. Right now, humanity generates 2.12 billion tons of trash every single year. That is an almost impossible number to picture. So think of it this way. It's enough garbage to fill 800,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools. And we're not just talking about banana peels and cardboard boxes. We're talking about discarded electronics, toxic industrial chemicals, mountains of medical waste, and even, terrifyingly, nuclear materials. Tossing all of that into a volcano might sound like a stroke of genius, but in reality, it would be a global catastrophe. Here's the first reason why. A simple lack of space. Even the largest lava lakes on Earth are surprisingly small. Take Mount Nyiragongo in the Congo, one of the biggest and most active. Its lava lake is about 700 meters across and a few hundred meters deep. Sounds huge, but it's nothing compared to our output. We produce 5.8 million tons of trash every single day. That's the equivalent of 580,000 garbage trucks backing up to that volcano's edge every 24 hours. The lava wouldn't stand a chance. It would cool, harden, and clog up almost instantly. Congratulations, you haven't solved the trash problem. You've just turned one of nature's most magnificent wonders into the world's first man-made trash mountain. But let's say, for the sake of argument, we could somehow feed the trash in slowly enough to avoid clogging it. That's when things get truly dangerous. When you drop cold, often wet garbage into lava heated to 1200 degrees Celsius, it doesn't just burn, it explodes. In 2015, a group of scientists cautiously dropped a few small bags of garbage into a lava flow as an experiment. Even a single bag caused a violent steam explosion, shooting molten rock 100 meters into the air. Now, imagine triggering that reaction millions of times a day. You wouldn't have a garbage disposal, you'd have a planet-sized grenade with a pulled pin. And even if you could avoid the explosions, the air pollution alone would be apocalyptic. Burning trash in the open releases a toxic cocktail of dioxins, heavy metals, and carcinogenic gases. These are the same chemicals that are known to cause cancer, birth defects, and create devastating acid rain. A single major eruption, fueled by our global waste, could create a toxic cloud stretching across entire continents. It would darken the skies, poison the land, and lower global temperatures, creating a literal volcanic winter of our own making. And here's the real nightmare fuel. Not everything melts. Steel, for example, doesn't melt until it reaches about 1370 degrees Celsius, and many lava flows never get that hot. All those metals from cars, appliances, and construction would just sink and pool at the bottom, a growing reservoir of hot, toxic, unstable sludge. And if we ever got desperate enough to toss in radioactive waste, you just created the world's most efficient dirty bomb, ready to spread deadly radiation through the atmosphere with every single eruption. Finally, there's the logistics paradox. Even if none of those other problems existed, just think about the effort. Transporting all the world's trash to a single remote volcano would require millions of trucks, ships, and planes running non-stop, around the clock. The carbon emissions from that fleet would spew more pollution into the atmosphere than the trash itself ever could. We'd be burning the planet just for the privilege of burning the planet. There is no magic hole in the earth that can erase our mistakes. The real solution isn't finding a better way to hide our trash, it's to stop making so much of it in the first place. Reduce, reuse, rethink. Because maybe the better question isn't, what if we threw our garbage into a volcano? It's, what if we stopped treating the earth like one?